Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
All right, good day, everyone, and game on. I am in the Arcade Mania short-term rental here in Cleveland, Ohio, and on the west side of Cleveland, Ohio today. And I'd like to welcome you to another deal reveal where we bring deals to you or showcase victories and successes from our community. And so today we are going to bring you a deal. These are real life deals. These are deals that you, if you're interested in what we have to offer here, you just send us an email, find a way to get in touch with us, and I will put you in contact with either the seller or the seller's representative, the wholesaler, whatever the case might be, so you can have those conversations, perform your due diligence, and ultimately start building or growing your U.S. real estate portfolio. And so today we are bringing a gatekeeper to you, and he will not have one but two deals for you this evening. And I came prepared. I made sure I called him before we started to make sure that he was going to be here on time. And darn it, where are you? Where are you? Am I missing you? There's a lot of people. Let me take a minute just to say hello to the people who are in the room and who are on time. Nice to see you, Andrew and Adijoki. Sorry if I mispronounced. Brian, hello, hello. We have Catherine. We have Charles. Eric. We have Faisal. Apologies if the pronunciations. I've been Kill all my life instead of Kyle, so I get it. Francois, we have oh, a bunch of new people are popping up as we go. Ebony, we have hello. We have Heather and Isabel and John, Oni, Josh, Julie, Leonard. Who else do we have? Learmond. Sorry, Martin or Emmanuel. Yes, we have Oleinka. Krat, whew, Steve and Sylvie, Tanvir, Varun, and where is our guest of honor? We have also Judge, who is here. Excellent. So nice to have you all. Hey, just to have a minute here, who's here for the very first time? Why don't you put in the chat hashtag JK if it's your first time on the deal reveal. And hello, thank you for participating. I'm seeing all your hellos. Hello, hello. Okay, so you're here as someone else. You're here as Brian. Okay, so let's bring Brian to the forefront. See, he was hiding. He was hiding on us here. Let's get you up there. Mr. Brian, not Brian. Excellent, Judge. Nice to have you here for a first time. Um, and I'm gonna bring Brian with all the permissions to share his screen and his video and all this here. Okay, you are now panelist.
Hello?
Let's make
Hello?
you co-host so you can do the screen. We hear you, and you should be able to turn on your thing now.
Okay.
Yes. Fizal as well as a first timer here. Welcome, Fizal. Nice to have you here. So one more time, the deal reveal is an opportunity to have a conveyor belt of deals every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. For 4 years now almost, we've been doing, well, I've been doing this every Thursday, bringing you a deal or a success story from the community. And as I mentioned, today we have two deals that Mr. Brian here, Brian, not Brian, is going to be explaining. But before I do that, I would just like to let you all know that we do have another free meet and greet coming up in Canada. This one is going to be in Laval in March, and it's going to be primarily French speaking. All right. But if you are available in French speaking or want to learn French on March 12th, join us. JK team, could you just drop the link to that meet and greet? If anybody is interested, feel free to share with your friends who are local to the Montreal, Laval, Quebec area. We'd love to have you for that event. So, with that being said, let's jump right in. I'm going to skip all over this. The deal of the week, in fact, are deals. We have two deals this week, and we're going to, in just the next 10 minutes, we're going to have a good sense of where these deals are at. We're going to see if in fact they are deals, if we got cash flow or buying equity, what's the story with them. We're going to see if it makes sense. So I would like to thank once again our one of our most prolific gatekeepers in the Cleveland market, McKinley here, Tate the Third, who is going to tell us and talk to us about these two off-market suburb properties that he has gathered for us on the deal reveal. So again, thank you for taking the time, Tate.
Okay, how you doing?
Always a great day. I'm in the arcade house. You know what? I'm just gonna quick little tour here. Look at this. We have not so much light, but we got some arcades going on over there. In the bedroom over here, I just got to do it. I'm rarely out in the field for these deal reveals, so I might as well make it. Look at the lights. Isn't that cool? This TV in the kids' room here has over 5,000 video games right here with all the different consoles from the old NES to the PlayStation to the all this. We got one, two, three beds up here. We got Pac-Man. So, for those of you who know that we have the Harry Potter house in Florida, which is a $200,000 themed Airbnb, that's over the top, right? Here in Cleveland, you can do the same thing for a couple $1,000s and create your own themed short-term rentals. But that's it. That was my little publicity for short-term rentals in Cleveland. Back to you, Tate, for the weather.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm coming up as Brian. I did have a Zoom meeting with a good friend of mine named Brian last week, so I don't know what's happening here.
No
But
worries. I'll change your name while you're speaking.
okay, say what?
There we go.
Can you hear me?
We're all good.
I just want to say, how's everybody doing? Glad to be back, and hope everybody's having a wonderful day.
Oh, yes. Well, how could we not with a couple deals on the plate like this?
Yeah, so speaking of deals, which one you want to start with first?
I got Havana as the first one at the top here. Lots of thumbs up coming, lots of love coming your way, McKinley.
Thank you so much. Back at you. So Havana, this is these two properties right here, they could be flips, but I would say they're more buy and holds. And then for maybe 12 to 18, 24 months or as long as you want really, but good buy and holds, and then you could probably flip it from there. There's still a little bit equity in there to flip later. But these are in good areas, and these are in the suburbs of Cleveland, Ohio. So the one we're going over first is in Garfield Heights. It's called a street called Havana. And actually, I live in Garfield Heights. It's a pretty decent area. All my kids went to school here. I got one more left that'll be graduating this year. And it's a pretty good buy and hold because it's pretty much turnkey. It is mostly Section 8, but then it has some self-pay. But the tenant has been there for at least a couple of years. They're a good tenant. Of course, they pay on time because they don't have to pay too much. Section 8 takes care of the rest. And this, I think it's getting $1,500 a month. It's in decent shape. I want to say it's 4 bedroom, 1 bath. So it could be a upside to increasing the rents, but the sellers, they were happy with the tenants, so they didn't increase the rents or anything like that. So if you want to, that's your choice after closing, but you could probably get about 1,800, almost $2,000 a month, Section 8. Wouldn't you agree, Kyle?
On a 4 bedroom Garfield, yeah, we're pretty close to the 2 grand nowadays. Yeah, if we're paying for utilities. So for your numbers conservatively, I think you can run a 16, 1700 off Section 8 on a property like this. So
Right.
we're at 115 McKinley here. And
Yes.
again, you said Garfield Heights is a suburb, and Garfield Heights has two zip codes, 44105 and 44125. 125 is the higher end. It's the better part of Garfield Heights, which this one is in. So that's important because we are in the Garfield Heights School District, not the Cleveland School District, which is 44105. So that's
Right.
good. That's a plus. Now we're at 115. They can buy it for 115 here,
Yeah.
tenanted. So remind us what the rents are currently.
Currently 1,500 a month. Mostly Section 8, there's a partial pay. I have to find out what that is, probably maybe 100 something a month, something like that, that the tenant actually pays. Good tenant, that's why the seller didn't really want to get them out of there or anything for a new investor. But yeah, and the ARV over there is between 150, 160. So you're coming into something that has some equity going in, and you're going to get some good rents, especially if you want to do an increase. So you cash flowing already. It's pretty much turnkey. Um, that's pretty much it on that one. It's a no-brainer, really.
Yeah, it's a very simple one. There's already a tenant, rents are already good, there's room to increase, and you're buying with a little equity. So it's checking all the boxes. So just easy add to your portfolio. What about timeline to close? Can someone go in with some financing, or it has to be cash on this one, McKinley?
Preferably cash. Financing will have to be no more than 2, 3 weeks, I'm thinking. The seller really doesn't want to do a finance deal, but I may be able to persuade them to do that. I do want to say that you did have this on the deal reveal maybe like 2 months ago, this exact same property. And the
It did
only
ring a
reason,
bell.
yeah, the only reason why I didn't sell is because there was a little bit of a title issue we had to clear up first. Now that's cleared up. Now we're back on the market, ready to go.
Beautiful, beautiful. So that's good. So if anybody is interested in Havana, send us an email, JKT. If you can just drop the email there, info@jkrealestatepartners.com. If you're interested in Havana, drop us a line. First come, first serve. We don't create no bidding wars here. If you're the first one to email us, you're the first one I send to McKinley to have that conversation. And if you buy it, you buy it. If you don't, we move on to the person next in line. Excellent. So that's number one. Let's go to Briardale in Euclid. Briardale, by the way, is my home golf course in Euclid. There's a Briardale golf course. I've got the Twilight Pass, so I've got the season pass there. And so I'm guessing it's pretty close to the golf course.
Oh yeah, I would say so. That one is it's a decent property too. It's pretty much already together, turnkey also. And what price did we have on that one?
127.
And that one is, I believe, vacant. So you don't have to worry about raising the rents on the tenant or anything. You can start fresh and new. And that area, you can get about the same amount of rents, maybe a little more because it's a suburb. It's a little upper scale than Garfield Heights, just a little bit. So it
Not
might be a
bad. And it being right beside the golf course. I mean, it's on Briardale Avenue. It's right alongside the golf course. So other than a few golf balls, no, I'm just kidding. It's an excellent area, very, very, safe and fun. I'm there on a weekly basis when there isn't snow and ice on the ground. So perfect.
fact.
ARV on this one, do you have an idea?
This one's a little more. I think this one could hit about 165 to 170.
Is it a four-bedroom as well?
I believe it is a 4 bedroom. I'll check and make sure, but I do believe it is a four
Perfect.
bedroom.
And turnkey, no point of sale.
There is a point of sale, but I believe it's pretty light. I do have a copy of it. I can send it to you. The one I forgot to tell you about Havana, there will be a point of sale required. It hasn't been done yet, but I'd imagine it's very light too. It's hey, what's up, man? Mostly a point of sale, they do exterior only.
For those of you who are the first time on the deal reveal, the first time looking at the Cleveland market, a point of sale is an inspection that the city forces when someone wants to sell a property. You want to sell your property? No problem. The city forces you to have an inspection by the city. They will write up what they think, well, what needs to be done before the sale is completed. Now, often that list is assumed by the buyer. That's fine. But you do have to do those things on the list in a reasonable timeline, usually 2 to 3 months, to just bring the property back up the code. It's a way for the cities to make sure the housing stock doesn't deteriorate. Every sale, there's a little, the maintenance is caught up on. There's no deferred maintenance, basically.
They just want to make sure that you keep the neighborhood up, but correction, it's like 6 months, and then they'll usually grant you another 6 months if you need it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it depends. Garfield's a little short. I think Garfield's 60 days, isn't it? But Euclid, I think, is 6 months. It depends on the different cities. And it
Unless they change it, it's 6 months in Garfield also.
is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I know in the winter they're very, very lenient. And if they know you're doing work and if you're communicative with the work you do, extensions are very easy. Yeah.
But honestly, it's a light POS of any, so it'd be something you'll probably want to do anyway.
Beautiful. So, real quick, I mean, we're doing two deals today, so we won't run too deep on the numbers, but you can see that the rents are well above the 1%, right? The 1% rule. If you're buying a property for 115, I sure hope your rents are above 1,150, 1% of the purchase price per month. Here we're at 15, 16, 1700. Even in Euclid at 127, rents better be above 1,270. And again, we're on the 14, 15, 16, 1700 range, so we're well above the 1%. And we're buying with some equity, it appears like up front. We'd still need to, you'll have to do your due diligence, get an inspection and so forth. But it's lining up, it's looking like very easy suburb cash flowing, lightly discounted properties. That's what I'm seeing here, McKinley. Would you agree?
Exactly, man. You couldn't have put it better.
And if someone wants both of them, can we do a discount for them?
I'm sure we can, even though they're two different sellers, I'm sure we could find it in our heart to do that.
A little New Year's present. That's fantastic. Excellent. So, 42 people live on the call in Zoom right now, plus the people who are watching live cross streaming right now. These deal reveals are turning into quite the show. It's fun. It's very, very fun. So, first come, first serve, no bidding wars. If you're interested, info@realestatepartners.com, and I'll just put you in contact right with McKinley, and he'll coordinate if needed between the seller, or if he can handle it all himself. We are good to go. Any questions while we have myself and McKinley on the call right now? Is there one or two questions from the audience? Ole Inca is saying, can you refinance at 145K after 5 to 6 months? So if the property appraises at 145, absolutely you can refinance in 5 to 6 months. Especially if you do a little bit of work to force the value up. Absolutely. 6 months is a very easy seasoning period for most lenders. Some lenders only need 3 months. Some lenders need 30 days. Some lenders need no seasoning. But again, maybe their rates are a little higher, maybe this, maybe that. 6 months for sure, no problem after 6 months.
And just so you know, it's for people who are not familiar with the term seasoning. I used to be a lender. I was a mortgage broker for 10 years and owner of a mortgage company. Seasoning is the time that the seller is on title. So 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, 20 years. It's the length of the seller that is actually on title. And they call that seasoning.
You say seller, but owner is more appropriate for a refinance there. It's how
Yeah.
long you've owned the property.
You're exactly right.
Yeah. Because a refinance is basically selling to yourself. So in that respect, I guess you are a seller. You're selling to yourself through a refinance. So perfect.
That's more appropriate. You're right.
Beautiful. Perfect. Any other questions? Any other questions? Hopefully, Judge, you did learn a little something today. I know you were here for that. Any other questions? 3, 2, 1, sold. All right. Well, that is our deal reveal for the evening. Thank you so much, McKinley. Do we have a deal or no deal? That is for you to decide. It looks like we are on the right path. You're very welcome, Kevin. We got some thumbs up coming up. We like the properties. Yes, they're a little bit more expensive than the normal deal reveal, but it's also in better neighborhoods. These are suburbs, right? This is not inner city Cleveland. You're not in the hood. You're not in a D area here. These are suburbs. These are C plus, B minus areas. The working class, the solid, just no problem walking around at night at all. Walking your dog, your daughter can walk around at night in these areas. There's no problem for that. So the better areas you go to, of course, the more desirable they are and the higher the price point. But it just so happens that we can still cash flow and we can still buy at a discount, which are the golden rules we're looking for, whether it be in the hood or in a suburb. And quick question, I suppose, one last one from Leonard, who has deal with 3 exclamation marks, exclamation points. How's South Euclid different than Euclid? You want to take that one, McKinley?
Well, yeah, the difference is they're right next to each other. The main difference from an investor standpoint is I think either Euclid or South Euclid does not require one requires point of sale and one doesn't. One is a slight bit higher in value also.
South Euclid is higher.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are some really nice, like by the lake in Euclid. There's some pockets in Euclid that are just as high as South Euclid, but as an average, South Euclid is higher, more expensive. I'd say the average in South Euclid right now is probably about 160, 175, whereas in Euclid on average, you're probably at 140, 130, 140 on average in Euclid. So
And
that's
there's exceptions to those rules, but yes, rule of thumb, yes.
Yes, exactly. Always. There's always exceptions. Heck, you got mansions in East Cleveland. I mean, gorgeous, nice streets in East Cleveland. I mean, so
It's
yeah,
rock,
there's always exceptions.
that's where Rockefeller developed, used to live at. That's why they still got those old mansions. East Cleveland actually has nowhere to go but up. Just don't
That is
know when.
true. That is true. That is true. So again, that's our deal reveal for the night. Cast your votes if you are interested. Send us an email. If you like what we're doing here on the deal reveal, I would love it as a favor for you to go on Google and go find JK Real Estate Partners and go give us a 5-star review. I'd be much, much, much appreciated. Or go start a thread on Bigger Pockets and say how you love JK Real Estate Partners and their deal reveals. The Deal Butler is working for you. A little update for all of you on the call: the Deal Zone, right? You like these deal reveals? That's fine. Once a week, we're bringing you a deal or two, but the deal zone is coming in about a month and a half. What is the deal zone? It's going to be a website and an app where you are going to see off-market properties in the Cleveland market, and you can go at any time, day or night, 24/7, go see the inventory that our gatekeepers like McKinley and myself and our other army of gatekeepers who are finding these deals. We're going to put them, centralize them all together, try to do as much of the due diligence for you in advance so you have as much transparency and you can place your offer right then and there on the site. We'll connect you to the buyer, the seller, and off you go to go and buy your investment properties. That's what we've been working on for the last 4 months. Nearly $50,000 invested in this Deal Zone initiative, and I'm so excited because we're in the final stretch, 4 to 6 weeks out now. So I just wanted to let you know that the Deal Butler 3.0 has been working extremely hard for you, and there are just so many deals. These are just two. And you might be aware that we're working on a 19-unit Millionaires Row mansion, historic property in Cleveland right now. I didn't know if you knew about that, McKinley, but
Wow.
yeah, we have it under contract. We're just have one last inspection to do.
You were telling me about that. That's congratulations, yes.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that. We have all of our investors lined up, all locked in, and we're excited. So hopefully it passes the final inspections. So with that being said, I want to wish you a wonderful evening. If you would like us to coach you for free, go to this website, jkrealestatepartners.ca/jkdiscovery, and we will give you a free coaching call. I'm paying our coaches to coach you. Yes, McKinley?
No, I just wanted to say, as usual, I'm always networking. I just took a quick break. I'm at a huge networking event, real estate event right here. And I just stepped out real quick to show y'all. Let's see how I flip this camera. Do I flip it? I'll tell you what. Yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Hey, you stay around. I'm gonna talk to you. Yeah, so as you can see, oh, right there, first door. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? It's my Canadian investors. Yeah, sounds coffee. Good contractor right there. Really great contractor I deal with. That's right here.
I love it. I love it. And that's the power of working with, the local gatekeepers. You're leveraging a lifetime of connections and resources that honestly is just harder to get as a foreign national. But through this community, through JK, through gatekeepers like McKinley who work with JK, you can have access and basically leverage his time, his connections, his resources, which is makes the whole, it's not what you know, it's who you know half the time, right? And so this
So
is it.
listen,
This is the way.
y'all. Love y'all. God bless. Come on. Let's keep it coming, Kyle. All right.
Always take care, man.
Peace.
All right, fantastic. So once again, if you'd like to join the community, we got the All You Can Learn Pass for you. We learn everything. We teach you everything you need to know, and our program we guarantee that we're going to continue supporting you, teaching you, coaching you until you get that first or next property in the US. And we want it to be at least in the next 6 months. Let's make it a target to be 2, 3 months. But some people do it in a fast track, and within a matter of weeks, they have their first property under their belt. So this is the all you can learn at JK Real Estate Partners. For under $1,000, we'll teach you everything you need to know and a lot more than you need to know. So with that being said, I don't want to take any more of your time. Have a great evening and do now for tomorrow for the lifestyle you deserve. Have a most blessed evening, and we'll catch you later.